Hey guys, welcome back to 9180. I'm here at the Carriage House and I wanted to do an updated video tour of the venue because we have made a few changes. I wish I would have done this earlier in the spring when everything was still really bright green. I waited a little late into the summer and now everything's a little crunchy and golden, but still pretty. I had this notice sign specially made by one of my previous brides, Brittany. She makes custom personalized items, and I'm actually going to be having an open house here at the venue next month, and she's going to be one of my vendors here. I have a booth, and in a little bit you'll see a dance sign that she made for me. Here we are in the vestibule. It's kind of just a fancy word for the front room. Or kind of a foyer thing. We use this room in a lot of different ways. This is the antique mail sorter that I inherited from my Nana. And we use it in a few different ways. Some people use it as a guest book table. Some use it as a gift table. Today we started out displaying the cake right there in front of the wreath. It was a really pretty display. And then after everything was done, we used the table to sign the marriage certificate, which I almost forgot about. It's a really lovely wedding today. The grooms also use this area to get ready. They have a more modest dressing area than the brides do. We have an ADA compliant restroom here. And then off to the side, there's a little dressing area for the grooms. Little area to hang their clothes, a mirror to get ready. For the most part, I found that grooms don't complain too much. They don't need anything super fancy. There's my antique Victrola, also given to me by my Nana. A lot of grooms like to pose next to it, sometimes with their best men. And here's the memorial table. I usually have it set up here. I always decorate it to match the theme. And then all the brides and grooms have to do is add photos of their loved ones. Today the bride honored her dad. She had a really nice photo of him, and she even asked me to make him his own boutonniere, even though he's not with us. And she actually brought her own sign. This is the sign that a lot of brides borrow from me, but she had her own. It was really pretty, so we swapped that out for her wedding. Now we're entering into, I guess it's usually the ceremony room. Sometimes it's used in other ways, just depending on the wedding. Today was very hot, and this morning it was actually pouring rain, so I'm really glad they wanted an indoor wedding. Here I have a cell phone stand. I always let my brides and grooms borrow if they want to do a live stream or just record a video. Today I recorded a video for them. I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel. And this was the cake cutting area that I set up for them. Can barely see the little fairy lights that are under the gauze. This is, of course, not the cake from the wedding. I boxed that up and they took it with them. This is just a little faux cake that I bought on Etsy. I wish I would have done this video before the wedding, because then I could have showed you the beautiful cake that was made. and ordered from Cupcakes by Crystal. It was a semi-naked scraped spice cake with gray frosting. It was beautiful, and they said it was delicious, which I'm not surprised. All of her cakes are delicious. And like I said, the bride honored her dad in a lot of ways. You know, some people, their dads are honored when they get to walk the bride down the aisle, but her father is no longer with her, so she chose a cake that was his favorite cake. So I thought that was really sweet. So almost always I decorate the aisle chairs to match the theme. I don't know how well the camera is picking up. I've got little fairy lights behind the gauze here. I call it my something blue wedding. I always give my weddings a nickname, and something blue was the nickname I gave this one. She wanted navy blue, gray, and this flocked lamb's ear, which is gorgeous. And now we're going to head outside. I told you I made some changes since the last video, and one of them is that I had this little dance area made. This was my Mother's Day gift from Randy. Once again, Brittany, who made that notice sign up front, especially made this dance sign for my dance area. I'm also going to be ordering another sign from her for the honeymoon suite. And the other part of my Mother's Day gift was getting the poles and these patio lights strung up over the dance floor area. Another big change. I wish I would have cleaned it off. It's a little dirty. Probably my largest purchase that I made with my business money. Most of our money comes from most of my purchases come from our personal account. I don't make a whole lot, but I got this triple function dual fuel grill so that if my brides and grooms want to have a reception, they can borrow that. We don't have a kitchen yet, so it kind of helps to be able to offer that barbecue. Today's bride and groom did not have a large wedding, but those who do sometimes have a little reception area after the ceremony, and usually use my picnic tables, and a lot of times those will be decorated to match the theme, but did not do that today. I did set up this bench here for the family photos, but it ended up just being way too hot, so they did most of their group photos inside, and I do not blame them. But for people who haven't been out to the property, I wanted to make sure it's kind of hard to really tell the view in a video, especially a cell phone video. I don't know if you can tell that we've got a view of the Osage Hills in the distance. Man, everything's so crunchy now. I really should have done this video in the spring. So we've had ceremonies all over the property, but a popular location is down here at the edge of the woods, where we have the cedar arbor set up. My dad helped me to build the cedar arbor, and it gets a lot of use. So if people decide to use this, I just decorate it basically however they want it to be decorated. Everyone's theme has been pretty different. Earlier in the spring, when everything was really green, we had an enchanted forest themed wedding. I hung a chandelier and curtains from it, and the woods were just bright green, and it looked so awesome. We've had purple wisteria hung from it. We've done all kinds of things. Right here is a pretty popular place for especially group photos, and also just for the bride and groom. In the pictures you can't see it, but I have these little stepping stones that go out so that when the photographer takes the pictures, it makes it look as though they're just standing in the middle of the field, not on anything. Today I had a rocking chair set up at the edge of the woods. We got some photos. Rocking chair. There you can see the house from the bottom of the hill, what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to head back up. I think I'll do a separate video of the bridal suite, which is becoming the honeymoon suite.